Fellow Toastmasters, and particularly Roger Caesar, our target speaker, your title speech, I Can See You, was a wonderful speech. And I'd just like to be able to frame this by letting you know that Bill Gates said, all we need for people is to get feedback. That's how we improve. So that's my role for you and the rest of the audience today. I want to share with you what I saw, what I heard, and how I felt, but I'm going to frame it in terms of the content, your communication, and your connection with the audience. So your message was one that really kept us on edge with a interesting, inspirational message about the lessons of understanding what it's like to value humanity. And you made that a personal story. And that's always wonderful to connect with the audience. The other thing was you started off with a bit of humor. I really like that. That's a good way to hook the audience onto your side. I'll use that one time to say, don't judge me as Wonder Woman. But the thing that really helped move this story along was when you built up all your characters, particularly Blake. Blake was a very visible character for us to see, and you actually brought it to light when you described him with salt and pepper hair and the like. The one thing that I would say is that the lesson that your parents told you about being young, gifted, and Black could have been referenced to the quote that is the name of a book by Lorraine Hansberry. And knowing that Lorraine Hansberry also wrote Raising in the Sun, that could have given you even more material to add to this speech. Something to think about. But your visual imagery was really good describing the character, and your choreography and body gestures were really important. Hand on the chest shows empathy. Inviting the audience to listen and go along on your journey was really good. I want to really challenge you to take a couple of things in consideration for your connection. Remember, in this instance, the camera is your tool. Not to say you misused it, but I think there are times you could have moved closer to it. The other thing is this, even though you have great vocal variety, I thought that your call to action in terms of saying that humanity may be missing this part in this connection would be to make sure that you have a pause so people can absorb your message. So in conclusion, let me just say this. Continue to build up your characters, give them life, include some important supporting facts with that. That's the quote. Use the camera as your tool. Also keep your gestures in an inviting motion. Always enhance your connection with the audience to your call to action. And so therefore we can all be what Blake missed out on, and that is breakfast and feedback. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. That's a quote by Ken Blanchard. Thank you very much.